Welcome to Not That Parenting Podcast, the show for people trying their best, getting it wrong sometimes, but figuring it out as they go. No perfect parents here, just real stories, open and honest conversations, and things that we don't really get warned about. Today, I'm joined by Olivia Grierson. She's an actress, director and model. She has a beautiful 18-month-old baby called Skylar, and we talk all things career, the challenges that come with being on camera and your priorities that change when becoming a mother. It's a really heavy conversation, so please be warned that we do get a little bit emotional. Liv!
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
This
me.
is very exciting because I find your career, your life is so different to mine.
Yeah.
You're bloody stunning.
As are you.
Thanks, babe. It's your life, right? Of
Yeah.
your face, your talent. That's your life, right? That's your career. That's what it's been.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted you to come on this podcast, and I'm so grateful that you're here.
Yeah.
To talk about that side of your life.
Yeah.
Of being an actress, model, and then becoming a mum.
Yeah.
And how you fit it all in and how it's changed, priorities change, and finding, obviously you're freelance, you direct, you act, you model, you do all of that. So I suppose, first of all, who have you got? Who's your child?
Yeah. My child is, which one? The furry one? Or
God.
I'm a
sorry,
millennial.
you're that. Go on then.
So I have Zeus, who's a 7-year-old cockapoo. And then I had a human who is 18 months called Skylar.
Yeah. And she's feral at the minute, trying to climb
She is
everything,
feral,
getting ponds.
Getting ponds.
Yeah.
Climb upstairs, she shouldn't be. You can't take your eyes off her.
Yeah.
She's adorable and I love her.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And how is motherhood?
It's great. I definitely am enjoying it more than I thought I was gonna.
Okay.
I think it's because they change so much and so quickly. Every day, it's such a cliche, but every day is a new adventure. Mm-hmm. So I'm loving this stage at the moment where she's like more conscious and she's interacting with me more, and she's her needs have changed, and in that it's just more exciting, and I just love it.
And when they start putting words together and just becoming that little character, it's really sweet.
It's so
isn't
cute.
it?
She does sign language at nursery.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, but obviously she's not like.
It's just completely fluent in sign language.
It's just like basically more please. So she just goes around the house, more please, more please, because she just wants food all the time.
Cute.
It's very cute.
That.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's about as much sign language.
She's a genius. She's an actual genius.
More please.
And you're vegan. You and your husband are vegan. Are you bringing her up as vegan as well?
Vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, I would love to bring her up as a vegan. But I guess like I just sort of panicked that I wasn't giving her what she needed, and I was like too tired and too lazy to properly do the research and what she actually needed. So I give her dairy, and then when she grows up, we've always said that she can absolutely have a choice. If she wants to eat meat, she can eat meat, but our lifestyle is that we don't. So it would be weird for us then to bring meat into the house when we know that we could give her a really good balanced diet as a vegetarian. But we mostly eat vegan, and then she has cow milk and cheese and whatever to top it up.
Yeah, it's hard though, right? When you are exhausted and you're trying to figure out, even going from the stage of them just having, did you breastfeed as well?
Yeah, breastfeed.
So like breastfeeding and then bottle and then getting them introduced to food.
Yeah.
That's hard, just trying to get everything in them.
Yeah, and just knowing like, because obviously they transition off milk, so then it's all on the food, and it's just a constant panic of, are you eating enough? Are you getting enough nutrients? Like sometimes you'll just have rice cakes the whole day, and it's like, oh my God, that's just cardboard. And then some days she'll like eat like
I love myself curry. A rice cake. I actually really like cardboard tasting things.
Same.
Just a dry cracker.
Same.
Love that.
No wonder.
Boring beige food.
It. Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
So she's 18 months old.
Yeah.
What was your life before? Like, I've just introduced you as an actress, director,
yeah.
model, all that. Your life before was completely different to how it is now as a mum. Like,
yeah, it was. I mean, well, you just have more freedom to do whatever you want, and I guess my career and the opportunities I had could take me wherever. You know, I could go abroad and work for an amount of time, and it didn't really matter. Whereas now, my priorities have changed. I want to be at home. It's not even like I feel like the old ball and chain is keeping me at home. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, you know, when you write down sort of what you want your year plan to be.
Yeah.
And
do you do that?
Yeah,
I don't think I do that.
Of course, I love like.
What you write down?
Like what my goals are for the year, like what I want to achieve, and like now I want to be near her. So the jobs that I want are quite specific. So I want to be, if I was lucky enough to get an acting role, I want to be filming like around London rather than in places that will take me abroad and away, because I want to be near her, and I don't want to miss out on anything. Whereas before, I would have just gone anywhere at any time, and it was great, and I loved it. So there's definitely that, and I do think getting older, I think there's less parts for older women. I mean, I say older, I'm still very young, but I am noticing that pinch, that it's the writing wise, they don't really write a lot for women of my age, and if they do, it's usually taken up very quickly by more successful women than me. Right. So it's been a bit of a weird time post-COVID anyway. The whole acting industry has been really different, and then we had the writer's strikes, and it seems that there is not as much work out there as there has been in the past, but so it's a bit of all that, really. Yeah.
And did you feel like when you were going into, because I find this part really interesting. I've just spoke to someone before you about when you become a mum, of feeling like I've got to get back into my jeans, or I want to be wearing these things, I want to be me again.
Yeah.
Did that affect you at any stage after having Skylar, and just being like image wise?
Yeah, I think. I mean, one part of my brain says no. I think I definitely didn't feel any pressure from the industry, and
no.
But then the other part of my brain is like, Olivia, like, yeah, obviously, I think we grew up in a time where, like, from the age of 7, we were looking at magazines with like tiny women in, and I think that gets so imprinted in your psyche that, like, you can't help to not think, well, I do need to eventually go back to a pre baby weight. So I think there's like two sides of it. Like, yes, I could sit here and say like I love exercise anyway, so I knew eventually I'd probably get back to a size, but then I think I was so desperate to go back into work anyway after I had Skylar, because I really missed it, and I was so worried that I wasn't going to that I might be forgotten or something, because I'd taken so much time out.
That's what I mean with your job. Is you have to be visible, right? And you have to be seen to be doing what and it's the constant chase for
exactly. Yeah.
And so if you did disappear, that's what I find interesting as parents in your industry, is if you decide to go and be a mum or a dad for a certain amount of time of just and not working, then do you feel like you've just missed, like, it's a real big battle, isn't it, in your mind 100%. Of like, how are you gonna keep the ball
100%.
rolling?
And I think that's one of the reasons why we had Skylar maybe I say slightly later, like I'm 37 now, so but not in my late 20s, not in my early 30s, because I was so worried about taking a portion of time off work, really,
or worked towards all your life,
and I just thought that like I would be forgotten, and that like, because it's the whole the industry is fickle, and so I really delayed it for a long time, and then it just got to the point where well the time felt right, and I wanted that over my career at that point, so we went for it, and it was the best thing I've ever done. But yeah, I definitely felt for a lot of my career the fear of taking time out, for sure.
And I suppose there's no balance, is there? There's no like who gets it right.
Yeah, well, exactly.
But that's with every career, I think. I think it's for mums and dads, but let's not beat around the bush. The mums usually are the ones who want to be at home and think, well, I've grown this child in my belly for 9 months. I want to make sure that I'm there with them. And then also having that, like I had that as a teacher back in the day, of I've gone to university and paid through the fucking nose to become a teacher. I've built up a career. I'm really good at it. And then when I went off to have Phoebe, my eldest, I then went back to it, and I was a completely different person. And I'd been through lockdown with her and felt like that part of being a mum, like how you're in with Skylar at the minute, of her climbing things and getting into this. I didn't get to do that as much as I have now with Daisy, because I wasn't taking her out and immersing her in the world around us, because we were told to stay at home for so long. What a great time that was.
Really fun.
And I felt like when I went back, I was in my mind of like, I'm such a good teacher. I was in charge of people and had like really good connections with people at school. It all changed for me at that point, because my mind wanted to be at home, and being just a parent of one child at that point, that was everything. Now with Daisy, and my job's changed now, life coach for kids and families and whatnot, I love my job so much that I want to be out at work, and it
Yeah.
makes me a better parent when I come back to Daisy and Phoebe. Whereas before, when I was a teacher, I'd go and do the work and absolutely hate it and want to be with her all the time. But actually, that wasn't healthy for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good to go out if you've got a passion, like your passion is in the arts, and you're brilliant at it.
Oh, thank
like
you.
making sure that you keep that up for yourself, because it's so
yeah.
important to keep your mind, that part of your brain going
I
for
think
yourself,
so.
isn't it?
I think so. And sort of having that independence and remembering who you are, like, well, when you're not being a mum, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's so important. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And your husband Chris is
Yeah.
in the arts world as
yeah,
well,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
And and so you kind of have to, you have an understanding. It's not
Yeah.
like he's on a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You can have that flexibility of
Yeah.
like, well, I've got this big job.
Yeah.
It's my turn to do this now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at home with Skylar.
Yeah.
And so she goes to nursery as well.
Yeah, she does 3 days a week. Yeah.
Does she like it?
She loves it. It's
Brilliant.
so good.
That's so helpful, isn't it?
It's so helpful, and she's got such a nice little class, and her teachers are amazing, and I just couldn't praise them enough. They're
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So we've spoken just before we came on about possibly having any more.
Yeah.
How many do you think you would like? And do you want any more fur babies as well? Or is Zeus going to be your only one?
Oh God, I just don't know. I mean, if I had
I mean,
loads of
Zeus
money,
is
I'd
pretty
have more.
special.
He's a very special boy. Like, he's taken the hit from, you know, not being the only son or, you know, offspring. I would love more. I definitely want to, and I think after that we just have to see where we are financially, because it's expensive having a
isn't it?
kid.
Yeah.
It's really expensive now. Before, when she was first born, we like bought everything.
Yeah.
But like, they just survive off milk and it's fine. But
Yeah.
now when they need food and the clothes, they grow so quickly. It's with feed and nursery fees and stuff, which has to go to nursery because me and Chris are working, so we have no choice. That's when we're feeling the hit. So if so obviously I'll be like a famous actress and like be really rich, and then we'll have like 4 kids.
Of course.
But but until then, we're just going to see how we go after 2, if we're lucky. Yeah.
And is there anything that you went into being a mum of Skylar that you thought, like, this is really hard? Was there ever a stage at the beginning of her life and being a... Because like you said, you, in your eyes, you left it later than like your friendship group. I had... How old was I when I had Phoebe? I was 30. So I suppose that was later as well. Loads of people had them in their 20s, mid-20s. Was there anything at that start of her life that you felt, oh, I'm really struggling here?
Breastfeeding.
Really?
Oh my God. I did not realise how much that was going to hurt in the beginning. And I think the lack of sleep at the beginning as well. I mean, people tell you, obviously, you know, you're not going to get much sleep, but until you're experiencing the exhaustion, and also the exhaustion. Oh my God, hello. The tiredness.
You are an actress. Come on, she's not a voice
Articulate.
actress. Articulate
God's
your
sake.
speaking. Start again.
Okay. The exhaustion.
There she
after
goes.
having and like being in labour.
Yeah.
And then going straight into having a baby. It's not like they go. It's like pregnancy. You're training for a marathon, is what it feels like. And then you do the marathon, but then you don't rest. You do another marathon because you're not, and you don't have any sleep, and then your breasts really fucking hurt.
Well, did she just not latch on?
She didn't latch on properly to begin with, and then I think if you don't get that right to begin with, then you've got 2 weeks of pain while your nipples get used to to it. And I just remember like being up in the middle of the night, just not sleeping, and just like crying with her trying, but you know, we had no other choice. Well, I had no other choice because
it's really hard as well. Like, I think breastfeeding is the most mental journey. Yeah. Because I was lucky enough that Daisy and Phoebe, and I don't quite know why I decided I was going to do breastfeeding and bottle feeding at the same time. I think someone told me they sleep better if you give them a bottle at night.
They sleep longer, don't they? Because it fills their tummy more.
Dunno.
Yeah. Did it work?
I don't know.
Let me take
I can't really remember. No, I think maybe. That's all I know. So who knows?
And I guess Tom could help, right? If you do a bottle as well.
Yeah. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Because it was easy.
Yeah.
My twin sister, not so easy.
Yeah.
I think one of them had a tongue tie. My older sister's kids had tongue ties.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute mindfuck because you're like, I just want to feed my baby. They're screaming and crying. Like you say, you're exhausted after having them. Yeah. And you may have had a good birth. You may not have had a good birth. You may have been in labour for flipping days. Yeah. I have had all those experiences. So this, I suppose, for me was good that I had my daughter later than my sisters and my friends, because I heard all their stories of what didn't work for them. Yeah. both my sisters had traumatic births.
Yeah.
So I decided I was going to have an elective C-section.
Yeah.
Just cut myself open there.
Out the sunroof.
Like, get that out.
Yeah.
Get it out there. Luckily, Phoebe stayed breech, and you're not allowed to now have a vaginal birth with a breech baby.
Okay.
Apparently, it might be different now,
Right,
but
right.
in 2019, you weren't allowed. So she stayed put. Well done. First time she's ever listened to me. Stay there so that I can have it.
The first and only time.
Yeah. So I just in my mind, and then also the whole breastfeeding thing. I saw Amy go through, my twin.
Yeah.
Amy go through so much heartache of wanting it to happen and it not happening, and like you say, like being up in the middle of the night in absolute
so
agony,
painful.
but it's our role as a mother. You're like, oh, it's meant to be so lovely, just sit here and breastfeed, and if it doesn't work out, and then also, I don't know if you ever had it when you were in hospital with Skylar. Did you have any like judgy comments or anything about, so you're going to breastfeed, I hope you're breastfeeding, anything like that? Or
a little
what
bit.
Was it like
a
for
little
you?
bit. I think they really want you to breastfeed, don't they? Because, and I totally get that. And I decided that I did want to breastfeed anyway, so I was very much on board with that. I think not like the only judgy stuff I experienced, and this is only really from my own fault of maybe taking things the wrong way, is that I really thought I was going to breathe the baby out and it was going to be great and I was going to hit no birth that shit, and basically it didn't happen that way. I got induced, and like, you probably know this, but like your contractions go from like 0 to 100 very, very quickly.
I don't know, because I had elective C-sections for both.
Oh, for both. Oh, okay. So if you're being induced, like the devil created that method, because it is. There's no build, like you're there, and
so
like,
it's from nothing to
basically,
okay,
and basically you're sort of strapped up to this machine, and it sort of says a number, and that's how much you're contracting. And I just remember looking at it, and it was like 100. I was like, yeah, I know, it's 100. I'm at 100, and I did it for a while, and then I was like, what am I doing? I ended up getting an epidural, and I thought, again, it's on me, that I was sort of failing because I wasn't able just to do it naturally, because I really fell down a hole of I guess this narrative where it's like we're women, we're tough, we're strong, we've been doing this for thousands, millions of years, and that we can do it, and I felt like in that moment when I asked for the epidural that there's a part of me that was quite disappointed that I couldn't just sneeze her out. However, that was very fleeting, because then I had the epidural and I was like, oh my God,
yes,
this is the fucking best
Give
thing
me
ever.
the drugs.
Give me the drugs. And now when I have my next one, I will have an injection in my back within the first 10 seconds of going to labour.
Yeah, exactly. I really recommend an elective C-section. No, it's you've got to, but I feel you've got to go through that, because it's so personal, and even though, like you saying, we're women, we've been doing this for years, and people have babies in the forest. They squeeze them out and they survive. Oh
God, there was a woman who had a baby in the sea surrounded by dolphins. I was like, I want that one. How did you do that? And they all surrounded her, and they were like,
I mean, I do see that for you. I'm sorry that didn't happen, but no. Like,
I mean,
get the epidural or
the dolphins, one or
sure. But that is another thing from going from 1 to 2. Both my births were the same. That I was booked in. I knew when Phoebe was going to be born, and then being pregnant with Daisy, I knew that I was going to have an elective C-section. And back in the day, you had to really fight for an elective C-section. Now you don't. You have more rights to say, this is my body, this is how I want the baby to be brought into the world.
I love that.
So I knew when I was going in, and again, very, very lucky that my births were smooth sailing. But for my sisters and for some of my friends, both their births were completely different. You don't realise until, so you've had that experience you've just shared with us about being induced and all of that. You go into your next pregnancy and your next birth knowing that I don't need to think about having this baby in the sea surrounded by dolphins. And I also don't need to feel like I have to do it. Like, you give yourself more grace. But it's life experience, isn't it?
It is life experience, and nothing can prepare you for it. And you know how they say, well, you probably don't know this because you had a C-section, but they said, like, childbirth is one of the most painful things you could ever experience. And, like, before you go into, before you have a baby and go into labour, you think, but I can't really imagine it. And then when it happens, you're like, oh my God.
I remember my sister saying she created noises, like a...
that, like, real earthy...
Like she turned into a cow.
Yeah.
She's like, I've never made noises like it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it just comes out of you because it's just like it's awful.
Oh, sorry. If you're pregnant and you're listening to this, it's going to be fine.
Fast forward
You
10 minutes.
This episode is sponsored by Ivory Security Limited. They specialise in intruder alarms, fire alarms, CCTV and gate automation, keeping our families safe. Their total security management service is customised to meet your needs. And that's what it's all about. Making sure that you are concentrating on what really matters, connecting with your family at home, you're safe, you can chill out, knowing that Ivory Security have got your back. A huge thank you to Ivory Security for sponsoring this episode. I am so grateful. Thank you very much. Just maybe
But it's important to know the reality of it because
I agree.
It is like my grandma told my mum that it didn't hurt and everything was going to be fine. And my mum had her first baby, my older sister, and she was like, her body went into shock because my grandma told her that it wasn't going to hurt, so she was like vomiting and this and that. And I was like, you can't lie to people. It hurts, but you can do it, but it hurts.
Well, I remember Ella, my eldest sister, we both know her.
Yeah.
She had hi Ella. She had Milo, and we were out for my other sister's hen do, and someone was talking to Ella, and I think maybe she was pregnant with her second, but she had a bit of a crazy birth with her eldest. And I just remember one person saying, who we won't name, but we both know, said to my sister, like, childbirth's fine, you just need to do yoga. And my sister was like, shut the fuck up. It is the worst thing ever. Don't tell me I need to do yoga. You just need to massage your perineum. Did you do that?
Oh, I did with a special stick.
Okay,
yeah,
with a stick.
Yeah. Like
Come on, Chris. Where was he?
He was just transfixed at the whole thing.
Oh God, this has really gone west, this conversation. But this is what it's about. It's about sharing. You're in the stage of parenting, and I'm not kidding you. I can't really remember Daisy's stage of that because I had Phoebe, who was starting school the month after Daisy was born.
Yeah.
I can remember everything, and I feel a bit guilty about it, but I can remember everything about Phoebe's this stage that you're with the Skylar.
Second child syndrome, innit?
Yeah, with the forgotten kids.
That's us.
Well, I'm the fourth.
Yeah, well, you're even more forgotten than me.
I asked my mother, and because I'm a twin as well, she's like, I have no idea how you're still alive. I have no idea about...
Congratulations for making us far.
I don't know what you ate. I don't know what you did. I don't know where we went. But we put you in the space cruiser, and we had a great time and had a great childhood. But I can't really remember... my husband sent me a video of Daisy crawling. He was like, oh, bless. Like, he was just at work, at school. He doesn't go to school. He's definitely 37 years old. He was at work and he sent me a video of Daisy crawling to him in our hallway. And I was like, I literally have no memory of that.
Yeah, because your mind is taken up with so much other stuff. Like keeping them alive.
Yeah.
Like, that's what is at the forefront of my mind at the moment.
Yeah, don't fall in a pond.
Yeah, don't fall in a pond,
But enjoy, like, I know people say it and it's really wanky and it's really annoying when they're like, you won't get these moments back. I know. You've got to.
But I'm also tired.
Yeah, I'm also really tired, but
and I have an iPhone, I can film it. So
yeah, true. My husband will send me these videos and remind me of this memory, which I have no memory of. But it is, I don't have any memory of Daisy, but Phoebe, because like it's just like you as a little three. It's really special, isn't it?
Yeah,
really
it's so
special. And it's when you really wish, that's annoying, that cough, piss off, when you really wish for a child and when it doesn't go how you want it to go. Like, I think both of us have had that experience of falling pregnant and unfortunately losing the baby. It's a really horrible thing to go through. I think when that baby then comes after that miscarriage, I mean, I had 2 miscarriages in between Daisy and Phoebe, and it completely changed me as a person, like, because I've experienced grief with people that have been here, and I've got those memories, but I feel like, I don't know what you were like, but when I had Phoebe, it was a struggle to get pregnant because I had endometriosis so badly. Fell pregnant, all I wanted. Then the whole beginning part of her life was taken away from me with COVID and stuff, and no one was touching her and enjoying her as much as me and Tom were, and I just hated the world that COVID existed. Then when I fell pregnant for the first time after Phoebe, lost that baby at the 12-week scan, I found out, then fell pregnant again and found out, I think I'd asked for an early scan, and I think that was like 9 or 10 weeks. that moment, that's when I made the noise of cow. I was like, no, like what, my body, what's all that about? And then when I fell pregnant with Daisy, I was like, don't, no one touch me. Like, I just cover me in bubble wrap. And I'm so like a person who just gets on with things, and what's going to be is going to be. And, you know, I've lived a blessed life, and I'm all right, and too blessed to be stressed. But Jesus, like, that was really tricky.
It's really hard.
It's really hard.
Because it's so out of your control. And you can do, it's like putting all the right ingredients into the pot, and you do nothing wrong. And it's the most tragic and horrible thing that can happen to a woman, I think. Because, like, it's just unfair. It's just unfair. And it's really hard because it's happening inside you, and it's like part of you, and it's taking all your energy to build, and then it's just horrible. It's just horrible.
And that's what I mean about grieving something that you never knew, but a part of you, is really hard. It's really tough, and it's really tough to, I found it really difficult to articulate, because we're told, I mean, I can't remember what the consultant said to me, or it was a sonographer or someone, I think the second miscarriage that I had, told me just how common it was. And I felt like going, what the fuck?
Great, I feel better now.
Oh, good. So it's just that I'm average, that's cool. But that doesn't help. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me realise, like, because straight away it's like, what did I do wrong? Should I have not lifted up that weight? Should I not have eaten something when I didn't realise I was pregnant? You know what I mean? You question. Did you do that? Did you feel like you were...
I did. I think when it first happened, I was actually just quite shocked, because although...
How far gone were you?
9 weeks. So, like... And also I think I say I was pretty naive. I didn't realise, I basically bled, and then thought that was a miscarriage, and I thought, and I said to Chris, I was quite upset. I was like, this has happened, and I was like, well, I might as well have a glass of wine then. And then I booked in to go to see the doctor. Like, we're going to obviously do an internal examination, and then they were like, oh, there's a heartbeat, you know, the baby's still there. And I was like, what? I just didn't realise. I just thought blood meant miscarriage, and I was like, wow. So it went on this massive roller coaster of thinking I had a miscarriage, the baby was still alive, and then a couple of weeks later, I then properly miscarried the baby, which was horrible. So it was.
So you've gone through a complete roller coaster.
Yeah, a complete roller coaster. Really, and I think, for me, how do I put this? You sort of don't think it's going to happen to you, really, when you could, because you spend so much of your life, especially your teenage years, trying to not get pregnant. Like, they tell you, you're going to look at the penis when you're 16 and you're going to get pregnant. So you better, you know,
protect
yourself, honey. So you just assume that the moment you decide you're going to start trying, that's going to be it. So then I think, so it was just all a bit like, oh my God, this has happened. And then it was just this roller coaster. And then so then we stopped trying for a bit, because I was like, I don't think I could do this. I'm actually just so, like, I can't believe this is happening. And what we were talking about before with our bodies, and feeling like maybe I'm doing something wrong. And I was also living at my mum and dad's at the time, because it was post-COVID, and we just sort of moved back in with them to sort of like recuperate some finances and stuff. And we just decided, let's just wait till we're out of my mum and dad's house. I'm not feeling stressed, because I was a bit stressed from living there, and we can just get me in a more relaxed state, and then, you know, go again. But it's but yeah, it was horrible.
It is horrible. Have you since having that miscarriage, because I know I had to have some counselling for it, because I decided that we'd try again once more, and once more only. I'll have sex with Tom again. Don't worry. It's happened
You're
again.
very kind.
Poor Tom. I'm very kind. Lucky man. I said to Tom, we'll try one more time. And if I get pregnant, brilliant. And if I miscarriage, I can't do it again, because the whole emotional having a child, or like even without having a child already and going for a miscarriage is absolutely horrendous. But I could not stop smelling and cuddling Phoebe and like being like, oh, I'm so lucky. And I was like practicing gratitude about the fact that I've got a healthy child, and maybe I'm just not meant to have another one. And so when I fell pregnant, I was shitting myself, like, stay there, no one move, no one touch me. And then I feel like Daisy's been brought into the world, and she's got the energy of those two that I lost. That's what I see with her. Oh, it makes me emotional, because she's so brilliant, and she's so that's made me emotional. But no, and that's what I think my sister said to me, and I don't know whether this is going to sit well with people listening or you, the one that you lose, the DNA is then passed on to the ones you have next. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
And that's, I really believe that. I really believe that with Daisy, because she's got such a vibrancy about her, and she's just fucking mental. Yeah. She's so mental. And I just think, I reckon those two that I lost were boys, because she's got real big boy energy.
Yeah.
And I just think it's just the most amazing thing that that's what my sister told me about the whole DNA thing. And I just think it's brilliant.
I love that so much. And I also like, again, like, I don't know how this is going to sit, but like, I've also heard that, like, your body is amazing, right? So when you miscarry, it's because there's not something right with the baby.
Yeah.
So like, your body, it notices, and it's adapting, and it's saying like, this isn't working. And I mean, that's obviously pretty obvious. That's what I'm saying else. That's pretty obvious. But,
no,
like,
but I know you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
like,
your
it's like,
natural way of just being like, this is
it's not right this time.
It's not
like,
right.
Yeah.
Not, And whether you're spiritual or not, like, I'm very much like, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
As shitty as that sounds to you when you're going through something.
Yeah.
I had to, when I had some therapy around it and just talking to someone that wasn't Tom, because again, for the dad, it's really hard because they see us go through a miscarriage. And obviously we had Phoebe already, and I was just broken, and like, you were broken, like, what is wrong with me? Why, and so for the dad, who has also lost this baby that was growing, like, they don't have the answers, but they're the ones that we lean on. Like, that's what marriages are about and relationships are about. I had to talk to someone about it, so I could just decompartmentalize what was going on, because he couldn't help me. And my therapist at the time was just like, you're okay. You're okay. What's happened has happened. So snap out of questioning yourself. And yes, you do have a beautiful daughter who's healthy and happy, and you've got a lovely little trio. If you're meant to have another one, you're meant to have another one. And it's something so simple that this therapist that I didn't need to pay £90 an hour to hear that, but it was just because they were a neutral person. Like, if you told me that as my friend, or Tom said that to me, I'd be like, that's not helpful. But because it was a therapist, like, I was like, okay, good.
Yeah, you hear it on a different level, don't you? You go, you're an expert, therefore you know better than anybody. You know better than me. You know better than anyone. 100%.
I mean, that's kind of got a bit heavy then, and I got a bit emotional. But I just think kids are just incredible, and I think parenting is amazing. Yeah. But Jesus, it's a journey.
It is. Someone said to me, it was probably in a book, like, it's the hardest and most rewarding thing you'll ever do, and it is. That couldn't be more true. It is so challenging, and it is so exhausting, but it is so amazing. And
it's having the overstimulation and the understimulation all at the same time. Yeah. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And then is she walking around and running around and obviously jumping in ponds? I'm really sorry, Skylar, talking about her just trying to get into ponds.
She's just trying to get in. Yeah,
she doesn't always try and get in
Well,
ponds.
if there is a pond to get in,
she'll try. But it's that as a parent, especially when there's just one in the household, of the constant. Like, you just always do you always look at her?
Always.
Like, what can I do?
How are you so perfect?
Yeah, true.
Adore you.
I mean, she's.
I just love her so much.
She is beautiful.
We were laughing the other day because usually, like, Skylar will wake up and then I'll go and get her, or Chris will go and get her.
Does she sleep well?
She sleeps quite well. Yeah.
Yeah. Touch everything.
All the wood. But, like, I'll go and get her in the morning, and then we'll put her on our bed, and like, we'll just sort of like read books and chat and everything.
Cute.
And we were like, the second, third, fourth, however many we have, will never get this amount of attention. Like, no wonder the first child is like how first child is. Like, you just can't give the amount of attention to any of your other children the way that the first gets. It's like,
Phoebe says this to me because she remembers me being pregnant with Daisy. She remembers it just being me, her and Tom. She go, do you remember when it was just me, you and Dad? I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, it was so quiet, wasn't it? I'm like, you wouldn't change it for the world, Phoebes. You absolutely love Daisy. She's like, I do, when she's not like shouting at me. I mean, they're like, they love each other so much. But you're right. You're never going to get that moment back. And I feel like for Tom and I, when we went from a family of 3 to a family of 4, I was like, I am so grown up. We are a family of 4. Whereas when I just had Phoebe, I was like, just a mother. Just isn't that mental? Like, when you're obviously a family of 3. Well, you're a family of 4 if you're taking Zeus.
Obviously taking
Which
Zeus,
I'm very aware that is very important to you. So
it's very important to me.
So you go from a family of 4 to a family of 5.
5, bigger car.
What's it like with the dog and a baby? Absolutely fine.
Well, I thought it was going to be like when we introduced Skylar to Zeus when we came home from the hospital. I thought we were going to have this like big, like, it's because I'd watched Instagram videos of like dogs meeting their babies, and it was like the dog will come up and just like sniff them and know that that's, you know, a member of their family, and it was just fireworks and just
you're going
gorgeous.
back to the dolphin moment. I feel like this.
Yeah,
is where
I've got a
kind
sort of
wanna
certain
be.
algorithm,
Yeah,
haven't I?
get it,
Yeah. And so like we like filmed this moment. I got back from the hospital and I was like, Zeus, look, and like brought Skylar over to him, and he literally just turned his back and walked away. I was like, oh, okay. And that's
I've gone wrong.
Yeah. What have you
Lovely.
done? Yeah. And that was their relationship for the next 6 months. And then when we started weaning her and she started dropping food on the floor,
they're like best
he was
friends now.
like, you're my best mate. Now we can hang out. But before he
You
was
brought
like,
the dairy back into the house.
yeah, he was like, yeah, I like
I
this
want it.
girl.
This girl's good.
Drop the cheese.
And does
That's
she
right.
love him?
She loves him. Yeah, adores him.
good.
Zeus.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
it's adorable.
So how often is she at nursery? Is she
3 days a week, yeah.
Right. So what are you working on at the minute? Are you writing? Or...
I just finished directing a show called The Ugly Duckling. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's about an ugly duckling who's really a swan. So over the last month and a half, I've been working on that. And then I finished that now. So now, those days when she is at nursery, I'm cleaning the house.
Love that.
I love that.
You need a day. You need a day to be at home to clean the house.
Do the washing, get the food in, maybe go to the gym. I do like that lifestyle. Like I did say to Chris a couple of months ago, I was like, if you want to earn more money, maybe I could just be a stay-at-home mum, because I do actually really enjoy it.
Would you like to?
I think I would. And I do when I have the time off. But then I get like the creative itch, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this forever. But it is fun.
It would be lovely to have the flexibility.
When she's at nursery, by the way.
Yeah.
So I want to be a stay-at-home mum.
Yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mum, so I can go to the gym and do everything
my
that's
life
not being a mum.
I just want the old me back.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I flipping get it. What would be lovely, this is my ideal, I'm going to bring you the dolphins in the ocean moment for you. It would be lovely if you could just dip in and out of the creativity when you want to, not because you have to.
This
earn
is
the money.
this is
so
what
come
I'd
on,
like.
Chris. Make it happen.
I'd like maybe like a project, or I'm working on it for like maybe a couple of months in and around London, a couple of months off, back on for a couple. That sort of lifestyle.
All right.
And that'd be great.
Manifest the shit out of it, babe. It's going to happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
And then you just pop out another kid.
Pop the sneeze out.
You'll sneeze this one out. You'll
In
be
the
in the ocean. Be surrounded by dolphins.
Great. And then Zeus.
Do you want someone playing a harp on the beach or something?
Maybe the violin.
Okay, yeah. True.
The harp would be nice as well.
Yeah,
and then I'll have the moment with Zeus, because he would know the score by then. He'll go up and sniff it.
perfect.
Be like, another one, yay!
Ah. Okay, we're going to go on forever, so we must wrap this up.
Sorry.
So, last question that I ask every guest.
Yes.
Have you ever had a I'm not that parenting moment? Where you thought you were going to do something in a certain way.
Yeah.
We've spoken about the dolphins in the sea. That didn't happen. So that was pre-Skylar. Mm-hmm. Have you had any moments like that?
So I think it's like a general thing of before kids, you know, when you hear kids everywhere. So like you're on the train, you're in a restaurant, you hear them, like they're being noisy, and you think, why doesn't that parent just like tell their child to shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
And then you have a child and you realise that the sound frequency of a child just goes, like you can't hear it.
Yeah.
So like I'll just be out and like I just don't hear Skylar being like ba 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 ba. So I'm definitely one of those parents now that is like, oh, they're a fucking kid making noise and I can't even hear it.
It just becomes the norm.
Just become
it's the white
norm.
noise.
Yeah, it's the white noise.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That's mine. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Give me yours.
So I was very much, I was vegan for a little bit. I don't even remember my vegan year.
I do
I had 1 year.
Yeah.
I made a lot of cashew stuff.
Oh, you made me a really, really good
cashew pasta thing.
cashew pasta. Yeah, that was delicious. Oh my
I
God,
probably
so
would
good.
hate that now. My moment, my not that parenting moment was I was the mum in lockdown that homemade everything.
Yeah.
And I was never going to give them a chicken dipper.
And now?
Probably 3 times a week.
Yeah, I love it.
Chicken dipper time.
There's no time to I want to
Beige
get
food is fine if you put cucumber on the plate.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's for everyone. Free.
I agree, because you know, there's nutrients in that cucumber. So
love
it's
that.
like it's fact. That is fact.
It is. Thanks, Liv.
Thanks.
This
for
has been
having
great.
me. It's been so much fun.
You're
Mwah.
great. We got a little bit emotional, but we're fine now. Love you.
It's all for the pod. It's great for the pod. Yay!
Yay!
And cut.